Welcome back, people. Well, this is a little experiment I went for, and I thought to myself, a deep dark mountain. And I thought, go on then, I'll try a deep dark mountain instead of an island. And then when I got the comment, somebody commented in the last video, Infection Discovery, what about a deep dark island? And I mentioned deep dark island in it, but I thought, what about a mountain instead? You know what I mean? And it sort of works, you know. I did this for about 14, 15 hours of gameplay. I waited there a long time. It was a monotonous grind waiting because all I could do was do nothing. You saw at the beginning there I got a little bit of a mine going. It took a mine down to -58, did a bit of mining because I got bored waiting for it to start infecting everything. It sort of infected it, but you'd have to be there for months, absolutely months of gameplay for it to completely take over the island. Thinking, this isn't the way that I thought it was going to go. Maybe it's too deep. Maybe it's too much dirt. I don't know. I mean, you can see that it's taken hold of parts of it, but it would take ages and ages for it to get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, no, and I thought, I'm not uploading that video because that's a complete fail. You know, that's where it would have ended, where you saw me start, of a complete failure. I thought, no, I can't do that. So I deleted all those files, deleted that video I put together, and I just wanted to showcase. You know, it's got deep. You know, it's about 10 blocks deep, maybe 15 in places, but that's about it. I was expecting the whole mountain to take no. So I thought to myself, no, I've come up with a better idea. I'm gonna go home, or go back to my own, I call home base, get some more supplies, go find myself a flattish type of island, and instead of building a grinder, what I'm going to do is I'm going to breed lots and lots of chickens. Hey! So yeah, I just want to give you a little tour of this place. That's the old place. Remember that Infection Discovery? I've had to change that over. But right now, let's go and check out or try and find an island for the purpose of building a new deep dark island. Okay, I'm all in. Let's try the island technique. Something a bit more flatter, not a mountain. Let's see if it makes a bit of a difference. I'm trying this technique. I don't know if it's going to work. I know now, of course. I'm narrating this. I finished this last night, late night. I thought I can't upload yet. Then I had to wait for the video to process before I could narrate it. After snipping it all together, about 8, 9 different videos. Dear. So it came to Sunday morning to narrate it and to finish it off and upload it. But either way, this is me searching for an island to start the deep dark island, and hopefully loads and loads of chickens. So I wanted it close. I mean, that other place was like 2,500 blocks away from camp. Thinking, no, I want somewhere close to camp where I can go to, and if I need to go back to camp to gain resources, I can just nip in the boat, nip back to camp. Job done. So I wanted somewhere close, and it was like, where? Do you know what I mean? So a big mound of dirt there. Now that mountain there with all that dirt is exciting me, but also that mound on the left-hand side is also. I don't really know now. I was in two minds which side I wanted to go on. I'm thinking, if I go too big on the right, it might not work. I don't know. I looked over and I saw some chickens. I thought, go on, I'm all in. They've got chickens on this island, I'm in. And as I got jumping around, I thought, do you know what? I kind of like it here. This is the location. I like it here. Don't need to do much. Let's get started. Let's find somewhere we can call home. So I'm going to build my little base around here. And then I'll build the chicken farm not far away from this. Happy days, mate. Let's get him in. I've got 12 skulk catalysts. I'm thinking, how many do I stick in? You know, would 4 enough be enough? I said, sod it. Let's get all 12 in. I can go back to an ancient city anytime I want. And do you know what I mean? Oh, okay then. Thanks for the leather, mate. Eh? Dear. Just trying to, and it does work. You kill something by them sculpt catalysts, and the deep dark emerges. Do you know what I mean? Come on, Mr. Pig. Come on. No, he ain't playing. So yeah, I mean, between now and the next section, a big advancement, people. Big advancements. Get ready. Boom. I've got myself a little hut now, people. I've got bamboo planted. I've got my chickens up and running. I've got bees. I've got bees. That's because I was going around crazy for the wood to build. I need fencing, but I need to be safe at night time. So I've got to build myself a little hut of some sort. Got my chickens up and running. Killed a few things around the catalysts. And you can see, and it does work. There you go. Killed that chicken. There's some deep dark. So it is working. But there's a problem, but you can get to that in a minute. Right now, I'm just thinking about making myself a decent enough home. Because at the end of the day, if it works or not works, it's your decision. That's why I said in the comments, you know, it's your decision if it's a success or a failure. And I'm gonna say it is a success. But again, you have to spend a bit longer there for it to take hold. There's two ways you can. I'm going to say now. There's two ways you can actually make a deep dark island. One, more grinders. So I'm going to predict. I think if I've built another 15 grinders in different locations all over this island, eventually it would all be the deep dark, and then take all them down. Or the easier option than that one would be to rip an ancient city or two to pieces, bring all those deep dark blocks and sensors and screakers and bring everything that you can bring out of the deep dark and convert an island into it manually. But the whole point of this infection was so that it infects the island and does it off its own back because of the infection. So the only way to actually achieve that goal in that vein is to build the 14 to 15 grinders all over the place. I'm not doing that, people. I think this one should do. I need to find something to do around the camp for it to keep working. Do you know what I mean? Wait till you see it, people. The loot I get from the other grinder was brilliant, but for some reason this grinder just kept on working, and the loot I got from it was phenomenal. I'm okay for bones. As you can see, I've got this idea of these chickens and killing chickens in there, and getting them up so that, you know what I mean? It is working. You can see it working. I'm thinking this is going to work. When I come round for a major cull around all the, you know, when I get all these chickens up and running, of course, I need some seeds to get them heaving. So I nip back home. And I get myself a few thousand seeds that I've got spare. And I get myself a few, probably 200 chickens. And you're going to see that in a minute. And it sort of works. But no, I don't think it did work, people. But you can judge it, you know. You can be the judge of this. So I've got eggs, I've got bits and bobs. I think this is the bit now. I think it is. Yeah, this is it, people. Look at all the chickens. Look at all the chickens. I've had some deaths, but I noticed when I killed the pig that the deep dark was not getting past the fence posts. So I'm taking the fence posts, killing the chickens as I go. And that's producing the deep dark. Ah, now it's spreading. Now it's spreading. Thank you. But to get this to work the way that I want it to, and infect the entire island, it's got to be more infectious. So I'm killing chickens as I go, it's producing a deep dark, but again, it's not the way that I thought it was going. So this chicken idea is a fail. Thinking there's only one thing left to do, and that's build. I've got to build a grinder again, haven't I? I've got to build a grinder. And the moment I switch on the grinder, it starts. Ah, you see now it's work. You're going to see that in a minute anyway. But I ended up with, okay, at the end of the process, mountains of loot from the grinder, loads of chicken eggs to take back to start my chicken farm back at main camp, I end up with 4 actual bee nests that I've rehoused them somewhere because I took my silk touch pick. And I've got something that I can call a deep dark island. In a way, if I can just spend a bit more time there, I think eventually it would turn into deep dark. All the island would turn into deep dark. But it just takes. Look, this is now grind to a halt now. If they're not going to walk into the deep dark, 1 or 2 of them are, and you're killing them. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of working, but not the way that I wanted it to. So this isn't working, is it? It's a fail. The chicken idea is a fail. Don't do this, people. That's why I said, you know, waiting around for deep dark and pushing him in to kill him. No, nothing came of it. So this didn't work. All these chickens have got freedom. But yeah, you can see that it's not working. So I don't know. This is where I think the next section, I think you start to see me with, what's it called? Insider grinder, ready to switch on. Go on, mate. Do you want to come in? No? Ah, well. So that's it, people. That's me attempt with chickens not worked. Don't think I do anything else. Yes, I kill a few more things just to see if it's worked or not, but it's just not going to work. I'll have to be there for months and months and months killing the odd chicken or the odd sheep or the odd cow over the deep dark that I've created. But no, none of this worked, people. The realization dawned on me. I've got to build a grinder, and actually to turn this entire island into the deep dark, I'm going to have to make the minimum of 15 grinders, and then it'll do it like automatically instead of me going to the ancient city, digging it all out and placing sculpt rock everywhere. Do you know what I mean? So no, that didn't work. So here's a grinder. I've made him. That's that done. Quick check. Happy days. I built this one now 25 blocks high, so it should be automatic death. But I had witches, baby zombies and spiders that can survive the fall of 25 blocks. Are you kidding me? No, but they survived it. So here we go. This is a grinder. It should be working now. That's beautiful. Pop me water in. Give it 5 secs. And off we go. Yeah, let's see what that does. It's an ambush. It's an ambush. Damn. Oh, it's working now, people. I need my bow. Damn. Here's what gave me a bit of joy and a bit of optimism, and you know, it's actually starting to work. Look at it now, people. Damn. It sort of went crazy for the first few deaths. It spread like wildfire to a certain radius, and that radius started to then slow down and peter out. So it was working. You can see it spreading like crazy, killing a few mobs. And they are dropping and they're causing... Look at it, going crazy. Whoa, look at it now. Boom, it's working. We've even got sculpt sensors. Hey, and a squeaker off the get-go. Wow. I'm worried now about them at the moment. I'm worried that those squeakers would evoke the warden, but they never did. So don't worry about them, people. After that one there, I just left it be. Do you know what I mean? I hope myself, yeah, get a nice little post so we can watch it. Yeah. It's working, people. Ho, ho, ho. Count me in. Get in. This might just work. I've got optimism. You can see it growing up the post. Yeah. All the loot. All the loot tape. I was here for approximately 12, 14 hours again. Just watching it. Collecting the loot. Killing the odd zombie that didn't quite die. Or the spider or a witch. I just stayed here doing that non-stop all the time. And this, what it started to slow down now, and it's literally slowing down in front of you. That's as far as it gets. For the first 30 minutes, that's as far as it gets. It's crazy. I thought it would be like wildfire. Which it does get a bit faster. It does go a bit more, you know what I mean? It doesn't stop there. It does spread quite large, but not large enough to call it a deep dark island. But again, you have to be there for at least 3 to 4 months for it to actually do anything. You can see it spreading now. This is like 5 or 6 hours later. I thought, hang on, if I now move these, then all the goo and the gulp and the spread will now fall into the ground itself and help the spread so it doesn't go up the tube. This might just work. Okay, 1 or 2 are surviving the fall. Not that one. Yeah. So yeah, it's I don't know, people. Is it a success? I don't know. I mean, you could use it as a farm for sensors eventually. You can use it for a farm for those skulk screeches that evoke the radar thing, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's tough. It really is. I think it's a fail, but then it's also a success at the same time because I'm 50-50 on it. If I want to turn a complete island into the deep dark, I can go and mine Ancient City and just place the blocks down, couldn't I? But that didn't actually what I wanted to do, what I set out to do. But it is working. You can see it working. But again, you'd have to be there for ages and ages for it to take over the entire island. And the only viable thing to do is build 15 grinders all over the place. And then they can all connect up, do you know what I mean? But to do that, I'm going to need mountains and mountains and mountains of resources to achieve it. And that will be the grind. Crazy people. But here we go, get ready for this. Hey, the chickens, freedom! We've got freedom! Look at the chickens, they're everywhere. We've got freedom! So yeah, it's spread a little bit more. It's spread inside the bee nest. So I thought to myself, I better silk, as soon as it starts to rain, I'm going to silk touch these bees and then take them back to main camp. And that's what I do. The bees disappear later on. I just wanted to show you, Kate. I saw all the chickens in the ocean. Freedom! So yeah, you have to be there for months for it to do anything. It started to encroach to my little hut and do bits, but it's tough, people. I think this is the last video. They're still going. It's definitely spread, people. You can see it spread. It's now getting a bit wider. We're talking. I think this is at the end of towards the end of the video, anyway. And this is about 12, 14 hours in, and that's how far it took. So 14 hours to get to that radius. I think another 14 to 24 hours, you might be touching the sea if you're lucky, you know. Crazy, man. It's infecting everything. It is going. It is working from one grinder. But essentially, I'm going to have to... I mean, you can use... I said you can use it for these things and mine these things. If you can find a use for them. For which I'm trying to find a use for them. But it's tough, people. Look at it. You can see it's got infected. But that's 14 hours of doing absolutely nothing other than collecting loot. From further afar, you can see it has worked. That's why you're going to be judged. Did it fail? Did it succeed? I wouldn't say it was an island of deep dark, but it definitely worked, you know. I'd have to be there for, I reckon, 2 months, and all that island will be then deep dark. But I'm not prepared to sit there. There may be nests. I've got plenty of eggs for the stuff, plenty of flesh, bones and strings. I've got loads, people. Loads and loads. So, yeah, I'm not prepared to do 15 thingies or go to Deep Dark to do that thing either. So, I'm going to put this down as a 50-50 fail success. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.